Guys, this exceptional piece of kit is a Jerven Bag, okay? Let me just tuck my arms away. This is the Jerven Hunter Mini, to be completely precise, and it is a really, really, really good piece of emergency kit. You got armholes so that you can wear this as like this, like a poncho. It's got 40 grams of Primaloft in it, so it is insulated. It is extremely warm. It's very light. I only just put this on just for this, and I'm sitting over there roasting. Guys, it is an emergency sleeping bag and or a bivy bag, and it is for sitting out on those long evenings when you are hunting, you know, and that's why it has this I'm going to call this alpine camouflage, okay, which is amazing on big rocks, okay. So, but it is also a tarp, an emergency tarp, and that's what I want to look at today. I want to look at the Jerven Bag in its tarp configuration, and especially the mini, okay, the mini, because it is smaller. Now, I got the mini because it fit, because of my size, and this is of course an emergency item. So let's look at the mini, and let's look at mini me and see how it fits. Okay, so it just covers my feet. When I have slept out in this, I sort of said to myself, I should have got the full size one. But anywho, let's set it up, let's rig it up as a tarp, let's see how it gets on. Stay tuned. Guys, apparently it's also a hammock, sorry. Right, so this is it. It's basically like your old square sleeping bag, okay? You can close up the zips for the arms. It does come with sleeves as well in the same camouflage, guys. Okay, so, and what you do, it has these tie-out points on it. Okay, reinforced tie-out points. Guys, this is an exceptionally well-made piece of kit, I have to say. I have, you know, but for me, this is emergency kit, okay? So this stays in my bag. If I go out, this is like my emergency shelter or emergency bivy bag. Instead of like, you remember the old plastic survival bags, which are quite useful pieces of kit as well. So listen, I'm just going to unzip this. I'm probably going to make a bow into this because I generally do. Okay, we'll toggle it out. So look, I'm going to the center, right? And I'm going to use this toggle here. I'm just going to clip it on. I'm at my usual tarpology site, so I'm hoping everything fits. Otherwise, otherwise I'll have to adapt. Okay, A-frame, right? I've moved location. I've gone for a lower ridge line, which is not the tightest actually. Okay, so I'm going to, this is just the bottom of my rib cage. I am 5'7", guys, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peg it out. I put ropes on it. I'm just going to peg it out. What I did here, guys, was I actually doubled the rope over where it goes through the eyelets, guys, because it's material. Probably a bit overkill, but here we go. 3/2 hitches, tidy up my ropes. Guys, this is actually where the arm zips are, and what you can see is that we have a flap that covers them over here, okay, to make sure that there's no water will get in when it's like this. That's That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's get in it and see how much room we have. Now what I'm worried about is my feet hanging out over the end. Right, tell me if you can see my feet. Not the longest thing in the world, and this is what had me thinking about when I was sleeping out in it. I would have liked the ability to pull it up over my head, but it was just a little bit too short. Now this is the mini, remember, the mini. Come on, do it right. Now I think I can maybe tighten it a wee bit more. You know, so guys, in a pinch, that's going to work 100%, 100%. Now, let's see if we can change it to make it a wee bit more livable, living friendly, let's say. So you probably know where this is going, okay? So, my favorite setup, guys, what I'm going to do is I have two poles here, and I'm just going to open it up at the front. Okay. I'll grab my pole. Now because it's so low, the poles don't need to be as high. Okay, so maybe we should have grabbed two shorter poles. Look at the size of that. I wonder, can I just wrap it? Of course I can. It's not bad, is it? It's holding pretty good. Okay, so options. You now have options, okay? And this is where not having a third loop here sort of limits you a bit. But what you can do is, look, the weather's coming in a little bit. You can peg this one straight into the ground, okay, to give you a wee bit more closure or a wee bit more shelter. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put another stick on it. I'm going to put it out like this. That is cool, isn't it? You know, so just gonna lift it up a little bit, put more tension on the roof. Do the same this side. Okay. Now, I should have said it is waterproof, by the way, guys. Okay, so this is my reasoning. Okay, so check that out. There's only one issue I can see with this, and it's I just noticed this right there, okay? That is if you have heavy rain. If you have heavy rain, that is your armhole right there. So the water's going to run down here and go in like that. So, for rain, as a rain shelter, that will not work. Guys, as a sun shelter, that will completely work, of course. No. Okay. So, what else can we do with it? What else can we do with it? Okay, let us try something else. Let us try something else. Right, I'm going to take this down. I think what you could do, right? The arms are always going to be an issue, right? So I think what you would need to do is you would need to turn the shelter so that it's going the other way, right? But what that would do then, that would remove the ability to use these, okay? So, do you know what I mean? So you would turn it so that this edge is facing up. So that means then that the rain would run down them and not into them. Does that make sense? Now, what I'm going to do, hang on a second, Woody, compose yourself. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to turn this into an enclosed shelter, or more of an enclosed shelter, alright? So I'm going to unclip this. I'm going to take the tension off here. I'm going to unclip this, okay, and I'm going to drop this right down. Unpeg this. Oh, I don't need to unpeg that. But I am going to peg it into the ground. Ah. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Trim the bag away. Now, I think I have some nice steel pegs, nice straight pegs where you can just peg them straight in to the holes, like that. Let's see if we can get a little bit lower at the front. Take a little bit of tension off this. Bring this out with my steel peg. Or sorry, with my round peg. Do the same on the other side. And check that out. It's quite tight there, but now that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now this is good, okay? This is excellent, all right? This would work. This would completely work. So, guys, the Jerven Mini or the Jerven Bag, it's going to be the same. They're the same dimensions, just a little bit bigger. You know, just a little bit increased everywhere. Is definitely works in certain ways as a tarp, okay? There is, of course, like, it is an emergency shelter, okay? So it is designed to do a lot of different things. So it's not going to be perfect at one thing. Except as an emergency shelter. You know, so, and of course there is the option to just get into it and put it up over your head like a rescue bag or a bivvy bag and use it like that. But guys, that is really cool. That is really, really cool. And they are an excellent piece of kit, and they are one of these things that if you have it in the bottom of your bag and you need to use it in an emergency, you will definitely be glad you have it, okay? Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty.